Since 2018, Newlook Capital has been investing in our dental practice platform, Newlook. We're now at 12 practices, continuing to grow, lots of pipeline as far as new acquisitions. And this is really one of the only ways in Canada for retail investors to participate actively in a dental industry investment. And we're pretty proud of that, that we've come up with this model, that it's working, and then we have true alignment with an operating partner, Dr. Sam, who owns a significant portion, along with Newlook, of the dental practice platform. With me today is Abbas Osman, our Chief Investment Officer at Newlook, and he's worked with Dr. Sam, our partner, and the people at Newlook very closely. So Abbas, can you tell us a little bit about, since we've started, what's been accomplished? And I know that we've successfully done a lot of the heavy lifting that comes with a startup.
Yeah, so a lot has been accomplished since we started the venture with Dr. Sam. We started with 6 practices. Today we have 12 practices, across Saskatchewan and Ontario. We have 9 in Saskatchewan and 3 in Ontario. We grew from around 70 employees to more than 140 employees, and we are on track to double the business even going forward. So a lot has been accomplished, and we are really proud of what has been achieved so far.
That's great. I know we did 62,000 cavities last year. So there's one stat that I learned during the COVID break. So Abbas, tell us a little bit. There was a time when the practices were actually shut down for COVID. We're back to work now, but can you tell us a little bit about what happened during the shutdown?
Yeah, so we had to abide by the college and shut down all our practices. And actually it was a smart move from the college because they need to make sure that our employees are safe and our patients are safe. So from day one, a lot has happened. There is a saying that in calm water, everyone is a good captain, but actually Newlook team has proven that they are great captains even during all this turmoil. So from day one, we split the team between two divisions. One was handling the daily operational stuff, and the other one was purely handling the reopening. We knew from day one that we are going to reopen, and we wanted to be really ready for that. So they worked on policies, procedures, procurement of PPE, training the employees, and this is what differentiated us after the reopening, and this is where we got all our growth after the reopening.
No, I know Dr. Sam's a pretty dynamic leader and really leads a great team over there. Now that all the practices are open and back to business, how has that been and how's it going?
Yeah, we were a little bit surprised with the ramp up. We took into consideration that the ramp up will take us at least 2 to 3 months. However, they were able to do it within a month to a month and a half. And actually, our performance is great. In July, we were back to normal. In August, we were 9%. We saw a 9% growth, like for like, versus last year. September, we saw 21% versus last year, which is great. And October, we are on track as well to hit our targets. So they worked hard. They were sweating during peace, but eventually, we were able to perform after all this turmoil.
That's great. That's good to hear. I know Dr. Sam and his team have been actively engaged and on the ground at all of the practices. What does it look like going forward now in the case of another second wave or another lockdown?
Yeah, actually, Elroy, that's a great question. This is a question that we've been receiving from most of our investors. With wave 1, let's be realistic about it. No one knew about the pandemic. No one knew how to handle that pandemic. And most of these practices were not equipped. Were not equipped from a PPE perspective, and the employees were not also trained in handling this pandemic. Today, with wave 2, in case wave 2 really had an effect on us, all our employees are up to the training levels that that they require to handle the pandemic. We have enough PPE that has been sourced. We have our internal policies on procedures. So just if we want to simplify it, COVID is like any other disease out there. Every patient that comes through our door, we assume that he is a COVID carrier, and all the employees are handling it as if he is a COVID carrier. Okay, it's very similar to an HIV patient or a hepatitis patient. As long as you have these protocols in place, it shouldn't be a problem. So there is a very low probability that we have to shut down again, but God forbid, if it happens, we were able to prove that we will be able to, come back again and come back stronger, actually.
Yeah, that was really good to hear that we actually came back stronger. And the fact for our retail investors, I think it's very important, is that we actually didn't miss a distribution throughout that period. I think it's good to recognize that we have full alignment with Dr. Sam, right from our operating partner through to Newlook, through to our investors, and that we can all share in the success of this business as we move forward. Abbas, specifically tell us about the September results.
Yeah, the September results, they were fantastic. It was the best month for the past 3 years for all the practices. So the team in each of these practices are doing a fantastic, excellent job.
That's great. September results, the best results we've had in the last 3 years. What do you see now for acquisition opportunities? Is there opportunities going forward? Are we seeing that in our opportunity pipeline for additional acquisitions?
Yeah, the pipeline, hasn't been that great since we started. Actually, our pipeline is tremendous. We have a lot of opportunities out there. However, we are being selective, and we are still taking into consideration, managing the risk for our investors. So as we speak, we are, maybe looking at more than 10 acquisitions out there, and we have potential to have another 10 acquisitions, which is more than what we need, to double our business, but we are being selective.
No, that's great. That's good to hear. I think our investors will be happy to hear that we have lots of opportunity to continue to deploy capital, deploy it appropriately, and then during the term of the investment, return it appropriately back to our investors and really show alignment with Dr. Sam, Newlook, and our investors. Thanks a lot. Look forward to hearing from you again.